Hello everyone, in this video I'm going to try and answer a few questions. One of them is about cloning. How did I manage to clone a 12 terabyte drive? How did I do it and how is it done? Before I get into that, I want to thank this person right here for commenting and saying if I change my screen resolution it might make my videos easier to follow. I have noticed that the text was very small. I considered zooming in. Again, I'm really new to this stuff. So again, thanks so much for commenting and letting me know. So did I clone the drive? Short answer, no. I'll tell you how it's done. I downloaded a free piece of software called TeraCopy. This is it. So cloning software costs money. I didn't want to spend, was it like 50 to 60 on a piece of software that I'm probably going to use 3 or 4 times at best and never use it for another maybe year or so. TeraCopy is free. This here is TeraCopy. Again, I'll leave a link down below in the description. It is free to download and I'll show you how it's done. So right here, I'm going to leave TeraCopy right here. And this is a folder here, just 1 gigabyte. Right click, copy, right click, paste. Do you want to use TeraCopy? Yes. That's it. That is all I done. Here is the key points to doing this. Number 1, I had both hard drives plugged into the PC. I did not do it through USB. That is the biggest recommendation I'm going to give you. Put both hard drives into your computer because the process is really slow. The first time I done it, it took the 12 terabytes took over 24 hours to do. So it was around 28 hours. I went to bed, went to work, came back, and it was still going. The 7 terabytes was a lot faster. It was really, really fast in comparison. Yes, it did take, again, I went to bed, went to work, but when I came back, it was finished, unlike the last time. And one of the best things about TeraCopy is up here in the top right, you can tell it to shut down. So if you do this like I did, you set it to, you start it, you go to work, you go out or something. Don't worry about leaving the computer on. As soon as it's finished, it will automatically shut down. And that is one of the best things about TeraCopy. Well, obviously being free. Second is doing this. That is what I use because Windows right-click copy is terrible. It always crashes. It will pause. Something will inevitably go wrong when moving such a massive amount of information. Another thing I have noticed, even with TeraCopy, is when you're copying a lot of files, your Windows Defender will start looking at what files you're copying. It's automatic. This is a you decision. I suggest, again, it is a you decision. I suggest turning off Windows Defender when doing this because Windows Defender will start detecting a lot of the files that are on this as quote-unquote viruses. They're not. They're known as false positives. So the first time I did it, no issues. The second time I done it, Windows Defender started deleting some of the emulators. I'm like, I've used these for years. They're not viruses. But Windows Defender just randomly flagged them as viruses. So I had to stop it and redo the copying while turning off Windows Defender. And again, it's a you decision. If you don't trust me, that's perfectly fine. But keep an eye on Windows Defender when this is happening. Even if it's finished, just have a look at Windows Defender. Also, this will give you logs and information of things that failed. And that will be basically because Windows Defender has started to delete information. That's all I decided to do. I use this program. It's that easy. But it does take time. So other things people have asked me is the emulators. How did I manage to update the emulators? Alright, the first one I decided to update was in Launchbox. We go to Launchbox and we go to emulators. I updated the Xbox 360 emulator. And the only thing I done was I downloaded the most recent one and I copied and pasted it into the folder. That's the only thing I done. And does it work? Yeah, let me show you. So I'm going up because I'm loading it from here, not the program, or load recent, Gears of War 2. Now, I am having issues in the sense of graphical effects, but that's because this emulator is not 100% complete. It's not finished. The PS3 emulator and the 360 emulator are still new to us. There's still tweaks and things being fixed as we speak. So not everything is 100%, but I'm sure if I look into it, there's definitely a fix. So what I mean by this is, if I start, let me just start in this one here. Because in this section here, you'll probably see a lot of the effects on the players' faces, even during the cutscenes. And I have it, can you see his face? It's really, even during the cutscenes, it's kind of like a black texture over his face. And that just happens. These are all new to us, these types of emulators. I don't know, it's happening during the cutscenes, but the gameplay, yeah, it's working. These games are locked at a smooth 30 FPS, and yeah, the game works. You're able to play it, you're able to play the game. I haven't played all of it, but I played quite a bit there the other night, and so far so good. But like I said, as you can see, here's the texture problem. It's probably a simple fix. There's a prime example of the texture problem. I'm assuming if I Google it, someone will say, change this setting. But at the moment, this is the only issue. And this is before I updated it. It was still the same. It might be different for you. It is different from everyone because we all have different computers, different configs. But other than that, yes, the game works. There's no problem at all. So let's get out of that. The one thing I have not updated is the PS3 emulator. So I'll just do it live right now. So let's go to emulators, PS3. This is it. Let's update it live. Check for updates. Yes, 700 days out of date. Don't forget that one. Sorry. Yeah, restart. And there we go. That's all I did. Let's play some Call of Duty. Again, it's got to compile shaders and get all the information. But overall, it's more than likely going to work. And that's all you have to do in order to update the PS3 emulator. It has its own built-in updater. Not all emulators do, but those that do are really greatly appreciated. So it's doing all the compilers and all the modules and checking the cache, but more than likely it is playable. Oh, I'm not going to wait 5 minutes. I'm going to pause it if it is going to take that long. I'll come back to you. So here we are. Game works. This is Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I absolutely loved this when it first came out. I absolutely loved it. I think this is where I'm at the, yeah. Yeah, so as you can see, game works. Quality isn't the best, but what can you do? Pick the rifle from the table. Yeah. I have the audio kind of turned off here. Yeah. Oh, I forgot about that. On the PlayStation 3, they used R1 to fire, and why they didn't use the triggers. I mean, that's what it's called, the trigger. I know they wanted to call it like L2 and R2, but like, it's literally a trigger. Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you can press L1 to snap on. But yeah, as you can see, yeah, game works. Look, game works. Let me go and shoot this guy. Where is he? He's up here. Yeah, see? Game works. Friendly fire, not tolerated. It is tolerated. It is. So anyway, that is a few of the questions answered for you. Any other questions? Feel free to ask them down below. So as you can see, that's how you update the PS3 emulator. And the Xbox one, you just copy and paste the latest version into it, and everything should be fine. Let me think before I end the video here, 'cause running on long now. 10 minutes is always, to me, that's a lot for a video. Is there anything else I need to point out to you? Off the top of my head, no. And if I forgot something, I'm sorry. But ask me and I will make another video. So again, thanks for the person for recommending I change my resolution. And also apologies to those that have been affected by it. And also, I'm sorry that I'm not a pro at this. I honestly don't really care. But honestly, thanks so much to everybody for watching. And thank you to those that are regular commenters. I really do appreciate it. Very kind of you. Alright, so we're not really finished. I actually Googled how do I fix the black textures, and wouldn't you know, I found a way. So I'm going to try and fix it live here with ye. So down in the description below will be a link to where to get this file, download it and extract it. This is it. So what they're saying I need to do is I need to go to where the emulator is. So let's open it up. Let's go to Launchbox, and it'll be the same on the other drive for you as well. Launchbox, go to directly where it is. So let's say you have the new drive. I'll go through it with you on the new drive. So you go here, you go to core type OR, you go to collections, computers, ROMs, Launchbox, emulators. Yes, that was fast, but look at the top here. Core type OR, collections, computers, ROMs, Launchbox, emulators, and then the 360 emulator. Here it is, Canary. Open that up and you paste the patches folder in there. So I'll do it on my hard drive, the backup one. Launchbox, emulators, and Canary. And again, all I'm going to do is open up this folder, grab the patches folder and paste it in there. Now I close that down and I'm going to open up the patches folder, and here are all the patches for the games. So what you need to do is you need to open them and edit the things you want turned on. That's what I've heard. So Gears of War. So here's Gears of War. There's two different options. I'm going to open up probably this one. Right click, edit with Notepad++. Now you might have just normal Notepad. I use Notepad++. Let's open it up. And as you can see, it has a lot of information there, which might annoy people. But look, it's right there. Black shading fix. Would you like to enable it? And it is enabled equals false. It's pretty obvious. True. I want it enabled. Would you like to unlock FPS? Frame rate, 100% I would. I'm sick of it being 30 FPS. Equals true. Wow. What else do they offer? Disable ambient occlusion. Fixes artifacts and using it. Alright. Disable motion blur. 100% I would. I hate it in video games. True. I don't need that. Disable lens flare. No, I'll leave that for the fun of it. I'm going to leave most of these. Disable bloom. I'll do that down the line. So, save. Let's test it. That's all I needed to do. Wow. So, again, I might not have the right file. I might have to go to the other file, but I'll test it live here with you. Go back. And unfortunately, this video has gone longer than it should, but who cares? Let's have a look. Gears of War 2. Big screen. F11. Turn that down. Let me turn back on my controller. And let's see. Again, I do this all on the fly just to show you it can be difficult for a lot of people, but not difficult for everyone. And I mightn't get it right all the time, but let's go to this section here, because I believe it started a cutscene and I could see then. Wouldn't you know? Oh my god, I have 60 FPS now in the top right. And the black textures, as you can see from his face, perfectly fixed. That is all I needed to do. Again, the link will be down below in the description. You pick the game you want and it shall work. This is crazy. It's that simple. I'll just open up here because I believe it'll go to a cutscene. I just want to make sure, even though you can totally tell it's fixed. Yes, look at this. Green go. Oh, perfect. There you go. That's all you have to do, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. And as you can clearly tell, it is fixed. So, yeah. So, updating the emulators, not a problem, as you can see. Thanks for watching.